And your family, obviously, I assume, obviously, must be very happy with the changes you made.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they haven't seen me in a while. I've been living in Atlanta with Dallas, DDP, working my butt off, getting in shape, and getting back at it.
All right, so you're in Atlanta. You're working with Diamond Dallas Page. You live in Alabama. Dallas lives in Georgia, so you're a little bit of ways. You're spending a lot of time with him. He obviously has played a big part in your resurrection, kind of like the resurrection of Jake the Snake. Now it's the resurrection of Eric Scott Esch and Butterbean. But what was the catalyst that got you from overweight, near death, and depressed to changing your journey? What happened?
I just got to the point. I said, I'm gonna lose weight one way or another if I got to starve myself. And I mean, I started, and then we were doing the podcast with Dallas on. He called me up. We worked out a diet plan. I stuck with it. And I was willing to try anything I could just to be able to walk. And if yoga and doing the ballet stuff was going to work, I was going to try it. I was going to try anything. But it's not like you think DDPY yoga is not like people think yoga is. Because you talked to me 5 years ago about doing it, and I said, I ain't doing yoga.
Dude, I rode your ass for years. Yeah, it's a life fitness program for sure. And when you're in DDP's clutches, it's part head game too, but big part head game, but in a good way. He'll remake the whole of you. And I know as part of that, you started your journey with Diamond Dallas Page as part of a reality show. Are we allowed to talk about that here? I'm not even sure.
It's called Change or Die. There was 5 of us. Some of us ended up doing really good at it. Some of us done great until they left and got back on their own.
And it was about essentially.
But yeah, I mean, if you're willing to do something, if you have discipline to doing something, you accomplish anything. And that's why I decided I wanted to have one last fight.
All right. Now people are going, what the fuck? What did he just say? All right. Because that's the first mention of that. Now, look, you and I talk all the time, so I can't pretend I'm surprised. I know the drill. But let's think about this, man. Your descent into hell, if you will, is pretty well chronicled. People know.
I was there.
People know how low you went. And now they're going, he's going to fight? What? First of all, so you're about 295 pounds now, is that right? Roughly?
295.
All right. How old are you?
57. Okay, first of all, the lowest pant size I've ever been in is a 44, and they were really tight. And I got into them for a week. And after that week, I never seen a 44 again.
And you went up to how big?
For a while. Up to a 68, but never a 44. Right now, I'm wearing a 42, and they're loose. I'm gonna have to get a 40.
That's nuts, man! Wow, you're gonna be like a model for Levi's before we know it. That's gonna be your next.
Well, I personally haven't tried the yoga, and I'm definitely gonna go with Diamond and try it out. I mean, it's got to help. It's better than doing nothing. I need to be able to move around again, and I'm not able to right now. I get that. I mean, like, what's the I guess I'm not relaying what I'm trying to. Is
I can give it to you right now. I can't give it to you right now, but by the end of this week coming up, not this week, but next week, I'll be able to give it to you. And then, again, Nadia runs the whole deal as far as getting everybody set up to get interviewed and all that shit. But you got to want it more than anything, bro. And it's change or die. How old are you now, Butterbean?
I'm 55. Like I said, I can't walk more than 4 or 5 steps right now without cane or crutches.
Again,
I need something.
Yeah, well, that would be a great turnaround story. But again, you have to understand how I do shit, man. You've been a big guy your whole life, though. From what I've seen, you had to be over 300
I've never been small.
Yeah, you never. So it ain't about getting small. It's about getting you healthier and be able to move. But you also put all that weight and all that shit in your knees and your back and your hips and your shoulders, like again, I don't do the casting part of it, but it would be pretty amazing if you were there.